Alright, welcome to the 5th game of Dota Is Hard in-house for this evening. My name is Juicy. I'm joined in this cast by Andax, providing
Hey
some
guys.
high-level commentary, which I've been struggling to do to catch everything that's going on. Because these players tend to play pretty aggressive, and it's hard to follow everything that's going on the screen at once, so that'll be much appreciated. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen these guys ban very much, but they hate Batrider, they hate Nyx, they hate Coddle, and they hate Magnus. And sometimes they hate Phantom Lancer. So I fully expect to see two of these bans being two of those three heroes. There's the Coddle, and whether it'll be Phantom Lancer or Magnus, we will see. Usually Magnus,
Yeah,
I don't know why.
A lot of those heroes have been favorite bans of a lot of the pro teams, whether in scrims or tournament matches lately, especially the Batrider, the Nyx, just such powerful heroes for catching out people, getting kills. And Magnus is a completely understandable ban. It only takes one reverse polarity to turn a team fight around, and he's just so powerful, the utility gives, and the versatility. He can go solo off lane, he can go mid. There's lots of potential with Magnus, so it's a very sensible ban.
Yeah, absolutely, and we have seen him picked pretty much in the first phase if he goes unbanned so far, so yeah, it probably is a good choice. Yeah, it's always difficult because their bans are always the same, but then the first phase of picks is always all over the shop, so that's why I'm so confused. I love that pick.
Radiant team pick.
Wow, a Bane being picked up. A hero that really doesn't see as much play as one would expect. He's got so much disable and so much damage as well, and even utility. I mean, his first skill, Enfeeble, can really hurt late game carry. If they don't have a magic immune they can use to pop it off if they don't go for a BKB. He's just a really versatile, really powerful hero that I don't think gets played enough, so I really like that pick.
Yeah, that's right. Well, wow, the Silencer returned with a Prophet, so that Silencer's going to be going mid, and I wonder if they'll send the Bane to go against that Silencer. It's a definite possibility.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Silencer is another versatile hero that doesn't necessarily have to go into any one lane, but most often he's seen in the mid lane, just because he's so powerful in that lane. He's got the last word nuke now that was changed a few months ago now. That's just a lot of damage, and it really gives him control of the lane, but it will depend on rune control, of course, and what else happens, and most likely the Prophet will be a jungle Prophet, TPing all over the place, hopefully, and securing ganks for his team.
Yep, that's right. And on the mention of the Silencer buff, he got that last word increase, last word I think it is, and he only recently came into Captain's mode about 3 weeks ago, I want to say. So we're yet to see what the pro scene is to do with Silencer. But they do return with a Lena pick, so looking like these two heroes are going to be possibly going top. These guys love tri-laning as well. Often you'll see tri-lanes, just so they can send someone like Bounty or Darkseer or Magnus to the offlane and get their levels up that much faster. We'll see. Lena's a pretty good tri-laner. So is Bane. Obviously, he can disable one and that while they focus on the other.
Yeah, my current feeling is that one of those two heroes will be in the mid lane. They won't both be in the tri lane. And a Weaver pickup. That's a really nice pick as well. Again, very versatile. Can be a solo off lane or a hard carry. But these are interesting picks. Silencer really does very well against all of these picks from Boots First at the moment. I don't know whether I should refer to them as that, as it probably isn't the actual Boots First team. It's just what comes up in the picking screen.
Only two of those
Silencer's
players.
Silencer's ultimate just so powerful, just locking them down and making them really useless, especially in the case of Lena and Bane. They rely so much on their magic damage. If we saw Lena build carry, that would be absolutely amazing. I know I've seen certain pro players go that, get a Deso or a Skadi, but we'll see what happens. Just waiting on the third pick here from the Radiant, I believe that is.
Yeah, level up that Fiery Soul, get a Deso and just go to town. So final pick.
Yeah, final pick was Shadow Demon. I love this pick. Shadow Demon's one of my favorite supports. He's just so powerful. The Soul Catcher damage amplification is really undervalued in this in Dota 2, I reckon. For example, whenever we see a Chen being played, his Q is rarely ever leveled, even though it does give a huge percentage of damage amplification. And also, of course, if any hero builds an Orchid, is also just amazing for the silence, but also the damage amp that it gives. So hopefully we'll be seeing perhaps Soulcatcher being leveled up as a priority, and just seeing some guys get absolutely destroyed and gibbed when that gets put on them, especially if we see like a Dagon from the Nature's Prophet, which will be lots of fun if that happens.
Absolutely. I've just got to take care of something, so you'll need to take over just for a minute. Sorry about that.
No worries. So we've got a few more bans coming out. We've got Faceless Void, Phantom Lancer, and Anti-Mage banned out at the moment. So really targeting carry bans. Even though both teams do have heroes capable of being a carry at the moment, such as the Silencer and the Weaver, they're really focusing on the carry bans. And even a Tiny, yet another hero who can fit into the carry role. If he gets the Aghanims, gets his tree, starts cleaving everyone all over the place, he can do heaps of damage in the late game. So it's interesting that they're going for that, those kind of bans, but it's kind of unsurprising in a way, because both teams do have quite a few of their supports picked up, at least one for each, depending on where they go, and a Nakes ban as well. This is a very smart ban, as Nakes is, of course, a very, very strong carry. He's got the built-in magic immunity, and a favorite of the pro teams for a long time now, as also with his ultimate, the Infest, can just set up the ganks before he has items, get some damage out there and get involved before he really gets into his prime. And we're just waiting on the last ban from the Radiant here, see what they ban out, and then we can get back into more picks. And I think, GC, are you back now?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I just had to take care of that. So that's taken care of. So let's have a look at the bans. Lots of carry bans coming out. I suppose they haven't really picked except for the Weaver.
Yeah, as I was just saying, they've been really focusing on the carries, and they just rounded out with a Luna, yet another carry banned out. And as I was saying, they do have heroes in either side that have the potential to carry, such as the Weaver, the Silencer, even the Prophet with the amazing amount of farm that he can get with his skill set. But it'll be interesting to see what the next heroes that both teams decide to pick up now will be.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we had so many carry bans. I mean, who is there left? Like, those 6 heroes are really one of the more popular carries around right now. I mean, Alchemist comes to mind, Sniper even possibly. We'll have to see. I mean, they could easily pick Sniper to play mid for them, boots first.
Phantom Assassin.
And there you go, as you were just saying, there weren't that many left, but there are still some, and the DiH decides to go with the Phantom Assassin. They're going to be going for the Coup de Grace crits, hoping for some huge numbers popping out throughout the game. But yeah, they've really focused on all of the conventional melee carries being banned out. So the only some of the options left for the Radiant side, if they still do want to pick a really dedicated hard carry, are those late game high farm tanky carries such as Doom and Alchemist, as you mentioned, but also the ranged carries such as the Sniper, as you mentioned as well. But also you've got ones like Mirana, which can even be built as a carry, not so common, often played as a ganker, but does still have that potential to carry if they just focus on the farm.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gyrocopter, another pretty popular range carry nowadays, does have a bit less range, obviously, than other range carriers like Silencer. I think it's, what is it for Gyrocopter, like 450 or something like that. But I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Gyro pick. People are really fond of him, and there aren't too many disables on the Radiant side right now, and they do actually go for a Beastmaster. So I assume he'll be soloing their long lane while they send the Prophet into the jungle.
Yeah, it's looking that way at the moment. They could send him mid and perhaps send a Prophet in the long lane, use the Treants to maybe pull the creeps, but it's hard to say. We'll probably have to wait till we get in game to see that. But as you were saying, the Radiant were lacking in the hard CC, that is pure stuns, and Beastmaster definitely fulfills that role with his Primal Roar ultimate. But also the slow from the boar is actually quite good and will often secure a kill if you just chuck that, especially on one of the squishies that you aren't focusing at the start of the fight. But once you bring the carry down, the squishy's not too far away because he's been slowed by the boar the entire time.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, Lina really doesn't have that much health, and Weaver doesn't either, really, honestly. And I mean, if they can get something like an Ags as well on the Beastmaster, they'll be able to roar from 950 range,
10 seconds
roar that
remaining.
Weaver, run in, get the dust off, and kill him quickly. So I really
5
love Ags on
seconds
Beastmaster. I think it's one of the better Agnums in the game.
Yeah, Agnim's definitely has a place on Beastmaster, but I'd like to see him pick up a Necro book actually, because that would really against the Weaver. If getting to the level 3, the detection helps secure kills upon him. But the last 2 picks that we see from each team is a Pugna and a Clink. So what do you think of these picks, Juicy?
Yeah, very out of left field. I do like the Pugna because, I mean, the Silencer is going to be a bit unhappy about that. I'm pretty sure it procs every time he uses the Glaives, right? I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure that Glaives of Wisdom procs the ward. So that'll be interesting to see.
I know it definitely does with Outworld. His Q will proc it each time as it counts as a spell, but I'm not sure about the Glaives of Wisdom for Silencer. My gut feeling is saying that it will, which will be very annoying for him.
Yeah, me too.
But we'll see what happens. But if Silencer does get his ultimate off before Pugna can get his ward down, and they just nuke Pugna throughout the duration of Silencer ulti, that will be really good for the Radiant team. But I'm liking the Clinks. He kind of suits into the ganking feel that we have from the Radiant team at the moment. Of course, Furion, Beastmaster, both are very powerful ganking heroes. As soon as they get their ultis, in the case of Furion beforehand, great ganking ability, and hopefully they'll be running all over the shop, securing kills every lane.
Yeah, that's right. We have the final 2 heroes, final 2 players taking their picks. So I'll do some brief intros. I'll run for the Radiant if you can do the intro for the Dire. So we've got Chi Willy playing as the captain for the Radiant side, taking the role of Beastmaster. Shadow Demon being played by Crix. We've got the Clinks being played by Xeris, who's been our captain for a number of the other games tonight. So he'll be keeping to himself, playing, looks like that is actually going to be a safe lane Clinks. We've got Prophet being played by You Got Fucked, and the Silencer being played by the White Power Ranger.
Yep, and on the Dire side, we've got the captain of the team, Zim, up on the Weaver. We've got Sumtails playing the Lina. I love that guy's name. I presume playing off Fnatic No Tail.
Absolutely.
That's great. We've got Bane being played by Roman. We've got Ambient Sky playing the Phantom Assassin, and Seven Knights on the Pugna, which I'm sure he'll be having lots of fun on that. I know you and I both know Seven Knights, and he's wrecked some face with Pugna before, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes in this game.
Yeah, loves that hero. It's an unconventional pick. It was obviously picked because he said, look guys, they've got so much cast. Give me the Pugna, I can do so much, and we'll see what he's able to bring to the table. As far as the wards go so far, only one place down, the Dire blocking the Magic Bush. I don't know. Magic Bush is good, but they know where to deward is the only thing. Like, they know immediately where the deward is going to be. So they can generally kind of deward it for the 2-minute mark if they saved enough for sentries. The Shadow Demon's only 50 off sentries, so hopefully they'll be able to do that. Shadow Demon's going to come back and find out eventually that there is no spawn there. But go ahead and tell us about the lanes, what you think. This offensive tri-lane on the off lane for Dire.
Yeah, so we're seeing the tri-lane come out for Dire. I absolutely love offensive tri-lanes. If you're going to run a tri-lane, the whole ethos behind that is winning your lane and then sending the 2 supports to gank other lanes. And if you can win the long lane, make it safe for your carry to farm, and then you already have the naturally safe short lane as well, it's just all the better than sending the tri-lane in the already safe lane and basically not getting as much benefit out of dedicating this much hero retail, I'd like to say, into the lane. But I like the response from the Radiant. Shadow Demon, a great support, can imprison, or should I say disruption people if they ever try to play aggressive, and the long range Shadow Poison, keeping them on low health. And then of course Clinks with the Skeleton Walk. If they ever try to go on him, he can just pop that and get away to safety, unless of course he runs into a sentry ward. Yeah,
we did just have some wards come out. Unfortunately, there were only observers, so at least they'll be stopping themselves from getting killed by this tri-lane for a little while with that defensive ward there. I would really like to see them take out this D-ward that's blocking the Magic Bush, because that's stopping the Prophet from farming the big camp as well as the pool camp being used. Not that you'd necessarily want to pull against an offensive try.
Denied.
But I mean, Prophet not having the jungle, that's really what's more important there in my opinion.
Yeah. it's always great when you can get the wards blocking some crucial camps, and it really does hurt the enemy jungler if you can shut down those camps that they're looking to farm in the early game. We've got a haste rune down at bottom. No one is going for that at the moment, but hopefully they'll pick that up and we might see a first blood come from it as a result. We've got the Weaver sent mid, who's currently doing okay against the Silencer, 4 for 2, but the Silencer is winning in the CS war at the moment, having 7 for 3, and as we were saying in the picking phase, the Silencer is so strong in lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think about this bottle on the Weaver? That's a pretty unconventional pick for him, but I guess, I mean, if you're mid, go ahead, contest the rune. He's going to get a haste at bottom now. Whether he'll be able to come to the bottom lane and gank, I'm not sure.
You wouldn't normally pick it up on a Weaver, but the fact that he has gone into the mid lane, it's just great for the rune control, and lets him just roam to each other lane without having to go back to base to heal up in the fountain, gain the bottle refills if you can get the runes. And I'd like to say that DiH do have the advantage in sight at the moment. They've got more vision around the map with their wards, and so he should hopefully be able to get that. And of course with Sakuchi giving the movement speed bonus to just help him secure those runes.
Yeah, that's right. Sitting on this haste rune for now, so we'll see if he does maybe decide to jump on the Silencer or do something else, go to another lane. But if we look at top lane, obviously it's the solos. Pugna against the Beastmaster. Reasonably even, I want to say. As far as the spam on each other goes, and the last hit ability, I suppose. Pugna's obviously doing better at this point, but as the axes level up, it'll just be that much easier to last hit. Looks like he's going for an Urn straight up on the Beastmaster, so not a bad choice. Especially if they're looking to gank early.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually quite impressive that Pugna is going toe-to-toe with the Beastmaster here in last hitting. Definitely comfortable on that hero, as we were saying before. Seven Knights does quite favour the Pugna pick, but also I think it might actually be a Soul Rune. It could be an Urn, but it might be a Soul Rune on the Beastmaster, just so we can spam out the axes even more.
Looks like the Weaver was just... looks like they're just checking the jungle, seeing if they can find the Prophet anywhere. He is all the way over at that big camp though, so it doesn't look like they'll be able to get him anytime soon. In fact, yeah, that the Prophet knows something's up. He's getting back. Just as he does, the Weaver comes out, but he's not going to be able to kill this Prophet here for sure. Bit of a waste of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I love this.
Sorry, go ahead.
I love this decision from the tri-lane on the DiH to send the two supports roaming, trying to shut down the Furion farm, perhaps even get a gank on the mid lane, because that's what they need to do. They need to get their levels of money. We get first blood in the top lane.
Totally missed it, but
well
he did
by
it.
The Pugna.
Yeah. I don't know how I would have loved to have seen it.
Yeah, that would have been great, but Pugna hasn't leveled up his ulti despite being level 6, so obviously didn't need it to secure the first blood. And I'm not sure whether Beastmaster... No, he's not level 6 yet, so he didn't have the Roar, and that might be a reason he lost that trade.
The Shadow Demon looks like he's just manages to dodge the Lina stun with the disruption there. He will still end up going down to the Phantom Assassin, so good for them.
It is an honor to be chosen.
Ooh, and I really don't like that. Lina throwing out that Dragon Slave after the kill had been secured. It's just a waste of mana. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, and I mean it adds up. This Clinks only has so much HP. Every extra slave you can land on the Clinks is going to do a lot of work for them.
Yeah, especially as there's no clarities
wow.
on any of the heroes
Clinks.
in the bot lane.
Oh, just dodges the slave there. Yeah, as you were saying, no clarities. Only 2 tangos left. He does have 10 charges on his wand. But yeah, he's really squishy until you get level 6. With Beastmaster, with Clinks, he's really squishy.
Tower is under attack.
I wonder if this Lina will end up going down.
Yeah, he really is. And it's interesting, Bane still has 2 sentry wards. He hasn't placed any of them in the lane yet. If he had been, I think they might have killed the Clinks already. I
totally agree. That Clinks, I don't think, would have survived if they had vision. Unfortunately, the Beastmaster's just short of level 6. Oh no, he just got it. Sorry, he must have just got it with that last wave. So they'll probably try to kill the PA here. But I don't know if they'll be able to. I mean, they've got a Nightmare, they've got Stun. Yeah, just a bit slow, unfortunately. Beautiful Nightmare from the Bane. Exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, and that's just the power of Bane. The CC that he can just pull out in a fight means that it's going to be hell for the Radiant team trying to get any kill when he's in the vicinity.
Looks like top tower is going to be a posturing for denies here. No one's wanting to right-click it yet. Beastmaster goes for the Roar. Pugna might be in trouble here. That was very well played by the Beastmaster. He was standing around the tower in melee range, trying to bait the Pugna to right-click it again so he could get the deny. Pugna just hung around, did the right thing, but hung around just a bit too long, and Good
Deny
raw from the
tower.
Beastmaster.
Deny- Yes, thank you.
Does go for the deny. That was well played. That was impressive
He
from the
was just
Beastmaster.
standing here, you know, maybe basking in the glory of the kill.
Absolutely.
The revenge kill. How dare you first blood me? But then he was like, oh yeah, should probably deny the tower.
Yeah, there's nothing like getting first blooded and then a few minutes later coming back and solo killing the hero that first blooded you. So good for him. He'll probably end up getting the better end of the XP deal there.
What's that? You got first blood bonus gold? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's ahead on XP now, no problem. Managed to find somewhere to use that raw. Pings on
And
the...
there, finally, the sentry ward goes down.
Yeah, the Nib Pinks is dead. So another kill for the Phantom Assassin. Looking pretty good for
Yeah, and just-
Dire.
The DD Rune Weaver coming in just meant there was pretty much no chance Clinks was going to get away there with the sentry down.
They did end up seeing him with the ward about here, but I mean, it's too late. The Clinks was way up in the lane, so not much else he could do there. Does go down. I think, is that 2 deaths for Clink? No, just 1 death. So 1 death for the Beastmaster, Shadow Demon, and Clinks. Now, the Silencer is really someone we haven't mentioned much this game. He's level 7. He really needs to try to start finding ways to help his team a bit more. Maybe go bottom. They really need to try to kill this PA. If they can do that, that's the first step to get back into this mid game, I think. Just get the kill on the PA.
Yep, but the build coming out from Sansa is really curious. He's gone to max glaives and only 1 level in last word. I really don't like this. I mean, glaives, you get bonus damage from your int, but this early on, Sansa just doesn't have that much int, and he's just not getting that much out of investing so many skill points into the glaives. I really don't agree with the skill build. What do you think, Juicy?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's just completely ignored Curse of the Silent, doesn't think it's a worthwhile ability, and I just think it's amazing. I mean, admittedly, he was against a Weaver who's got a 60 mana Shikuchi, but, I mean, still, Curse of the Silent later on, even 20 minutes into the game, you're getting kills with that when people are running back to base with it on them. So would have been nice for him to level that and maybe level Last Word and only get 1 point in glaives. That way he can obviously harass Weaver without aggroing the creep wave. But decides to max out glaives. We'll see if that does end up working. But look, Lena taking a lot of damage there. Bit of a whiff on that silence.
Dire's bottom tower
That
is
was
under attack.
ridiculously aggressive.
Radiant's top
He
tower
did
is
not
under
need to
attack.
pop the Silencer ulti there that early. But yeah, I completely agree with what you said. Getting the 1 point in the Glaives of Wisdom for the harass, but also, most importantly, for the intelligence steal. If he's involved in those early kills, it just starts building up the intelligence for the late game, and also harming the enemy team, you know, making their mana pool smaller, making it hard for them to get stuff done.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, it's a
is
really
under
interesting
attack.
mechanic, that 1 minus in. And I mean, if you're playing a game where Silencer's, you know, 45, 50 minutes in, and he's got something like 20 kills, that's a serious amount of intelligence you've just got purely because of this weird passive that there's not really any other spell in the game like that, except for perhaps Flesh Heap, but Flesh Heap won't steal strength from the enemy team. We see the Silencer just attacking the double damage there, so the Weaver couldn't get it in time. Pretty good play from him, and manages to last word the Weaver before he gets out.
That was so wise from the Silencer. Saw the Shikuchi, realized he couldn't get to the rune in time, decides to use his auto attack to destroy it. Very well read from the Silencer. But as you saw there, even the level 2 last word, even by spamming Shikuchi, getting out of the silence, well, just popping it off early, it still did heaps of damage. You get the Silence Disarm, even if they cast a spell, unlike Curse of the Silent, they will still take the damage.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And yeah, I mean, Weaver's such a squishy hero as it is. If you can disable him or silence him, you can just kill him so much more easily. And we see Pugna just sitting up on the top lane on 70 health. He's going back to base now. He's got only about 700 away from his mechanism, so that's a very fast mech. And they will want to be defending this mid tower. Prophet floating with a teleport there. He may end up coming in because it looks like they'll be going on this Beastmaster. Great stun from the Lena, perfect timing. Should have probably done Dragon Slave there, but oh well, doesn't really matter. The Weaver does end up going down to a great Beastmaster Roar. And wow, I don't know how Radiant managed to not lose anyone there and kill the Weaver.
That was perfectly played by the Beastmaster, punishing the Weaver for being too aggressive, too forward. He could have always stayed in the back and then Shikuchi'd in after someone else got roared. Perhaps secure a kill for his team.
Look
but
at this
was,
Lena.
Too far forward.
Lena with 5 stacks of poison, 4 stacks, almost died to that. That was very close. She was on about 2/3 health and then just dropped down with that shadow poison. But as you said, Beastmaster did absolutely what he needed to do.
Dire's top
Roared that
tower
Weaver,
is
and that's
under
what you've got to do. Just that roar pretty much is only going to be used on Weaver, I expect. Unless this PA gets very scary, but the reason why I don't really love PA as a carry is that 15% is just not enough. I mean, 250% damage is a lot, but when it's 15% chance, it's really too low for you to rely on that much. They're kind of more like, oh, that's great, I did a crit, as opposed to taking a fight expecting to crit. Yeah, that's kind of why I feel like she doesn't have too much early to mid-game presence, I suppose. Compared to a hero like Jugger, who has a crit, but I mean, he can still do something with Blade Fury.
Yeah, it's really hit and miss with the PA, whether you get lucky getting the crits, and that really determines whether or not she can secure kills in the early game.
It's kind of comparable to the Lone Druid Entangle. It's one of those ones where if you just don't land the Entangles when they matter, you really you just don't go so well in team fights. They need to land sometimes, and sometimes they just don't. So same with the PA.
Even the Entangle, as sometimes ridiculous as it is, always hitting it, it is only at 20%.
Oh, look at
chance,
this!
I believe.
I just want to point out that orb actually does affect, is affected by the ward. That's pretty good to know.
Oh, we found that out soon, and
Yeah.
that'll definitely be hurting the silencer in later fights.
And the Clinks.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that the coup de grace is only 15% chance, even lower than Entangle.
Yeah, that's right. Because the Entangle, what's the Entangle, like 20% or something?
I think 20%.
Yeah, so even lower, like you said. But wow, because I was talking earlier about the ward doing a lot of damage to the silencer. I didn't even think that the Clinks, of course, the searing arrows, and it's actually even more damaging to him.
Wow, yeah, that's right. Pugna turning out to be an excellent pick against this Radiant lineup.
Yeah, wow, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to look in team fights. We're going to have green lightning bolts flying everywhere. Looks like the Weaver's trying to do a bit more damage to this Clinks, but Clinks obviously just going to win walk out of there.
Yeah, we got the battle of the invis heroes here. Clinks does finally use his ultimate there to get some more health and damage, which is just so powerful. Unfortunately, only using it on a lane creep there would be better if you could get a big jungle creep, but alas, it still does help him out.
Yeah, because you can use this on the big camps, on the big creeps at the big camps, can't you? I don't think there's a limit to the heroes, to the creeps you can use it on, except for the mud golems, perhaps. So,
Yep, some aggression in the bottom lane.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Beastmaster getting jumped on. Oh, he might.
Oh,
he
the
gets
crit.
close to taking out the PA with him, but gets a lucky crit.
Yeah.
Kills him quickly before he can do anything else.
Yeah, the RNG gods are in their favor today. It was a good time. It was a good time to crit. The time to crit is just before they go down to really low health. So just before they decide to run, sort of thing, and they're in this weird limbo period where they don't need to run yet because you haven't critted. But as soon as you do, then you're below health to continue fighting, sort of thing. 15%. It's such a frustrating amount. Such a frustrating amount. And
Yeah.
they want to defend bottom, but I don't think they can.
Yeah, they've got 4 heroes from the Dire here. Not much Radiant can do. I think they're just going to fall for this tower. But I'd just like to comment on the gold per minute. You see the top 2 on the Dire team getting some excellent farm there. Of course, Furion's up there with his amazing farming ability, but right after that's the Weaver. So within the top 4, 3 of them are Dire, and that's really speaking to the theme of this game so far, and we'll have to see if the momentum changes or whether it stays this way.
Yep, that's right. This Pugna's playing with death here. Looks like he will actually probably go down. I'm not really sure if the Pugna will get away. Actually, the Shadow Demon is just out of range. Blades only hit on the way out. Oh, I'm not sure if that Beastmaster actually hit because he got disrupted right as it was cast. Bit unfortunate there. Is going to end up going down to the Prophet. But wow. Oh, as I say that.
Will he?
Does end up going down.
Secure.
Yep. That's right. We can see the thing zapping him every time he throws his glaives. Zap, zap, zap. Not doing too much damage, but we'll see how that works out later on. In the meantime, the Weaver's down there caning the Shadow Demon. Beastmaster does end up picking up the Bane as well, with just the Weaver running around. His ulti just does cool down, but he's completely out of mana now. If they keep chasing, he's not going to be able to Sakuchi again. So we'll see. I mean, this is where Curse the Silent would kill him.
Yeah,
Curse the Silent kills him here. Oh, just whiffs. Oh,
The animation went, but
Yeah.
it didn't complete.
bit of a shame. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any levels in Curse. Curse would have killed him. For sure, Curse would have killed that Weaver.
Yeah. Yet again, Silence's skill build letting him down.
Haunting him
as
a little bit.
we predicted.
Yep.
You almost had
I mean, if he gets late enough, I suppose it's not going to matter in the end. If he gets to the point where, we're all level 15 and it's relatively even, he'll still be probably in a position to, I would say, be ahead of, or have the advantage compared to the other team. I mean, I really feel like Radiant wants this to go on. I don't know if, PA PA and Weaver, I mean, they're not really that... They're okay. I really kind of prefer a Silencer and Clinks as carriers, though, honestly. Clinks can do so much more in the mid game than PA. Because she can't really roam and gank to nearly the extent that Clinks can. And she's just going to be farming for a long time. And that's all she can really do. And the Weaver's going to have to try to pick up the ganking slack in the meantime, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. We see Clinks here going for an Orchid with the 2 Sages masks, which will be good, especially against the Weaver. Just silencing him, stopping him from spamming those Sakuchis, and hopefully being able to nuke him down. Some pins going onto those Clinks there. The DiH side, sorry, do see him and might rotate down there to kill him. We see 4 heroes heading there now.
Yep, that's right. Obviously, the Weaver knows he's there. They've got great wards in the enemy jungle, which are still 3 minutes from expiring. They really wanted that courier. That crossed my mind that they were going to get the courier, but it was hasted, so they were never going to catch that. Prophet and Beastmaster sitting very precariously just down below the tower here. If they kill this tower, these 2 heroes are going to die, for sure. I mean, the tower's the only thing stopping these 2 getting jumped right now. More TP's coming as they are looking to defend. Shadow Demon's there, and the Clinks is just around the corner. Clinks should really try to come in now, so they can try to use the Beastmaster royalty. They may be wanting to let it go into deny range, and 7 Knights will happily oblige. So we'll see if they're able to defend now. Clinks really needs to get down here. He's taken too long. They really should have fought before that died, I think.
Yeah, the Nether Blast from Pugno just doing so much damage to towers.
I mean, they all TP'd bot like they were going to defend, and then they just left.
Yeah, they just did nothing with it, and the PA happily sitting top, increasing her GPM.
She's sitting pretty on 3-0, just about to get level 2 in Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace, as we Aussies call it, right? Coup de Grace, that is. Battle Fury up in her, so I mean... I'm looking forward for the BKB Battle Fury massive crits, wiping out the whole team in 2 shots with Cleave. That'll be great.
Oh, I hope that happens. Now, this is one of the interesting things about running a trial lane. You look at the Lina, you look at the Bane, they're both level 7, and they both don't have much to their name, especially the Bane. He has naked boots and a magic wand, some wards and some TPs. He is one sad Bane. And it's just the danger of running a tri lane. If you don't secure the kills, or if you don't roam and get kills in other lanes, or stack jungle creeps and do them, you just fall behind in the game, and you just get weaker and weaker, because you never have that farm from early on that lets you continue to stay in the game, really. So, of course, Bane's going to be thrown out the CC, but he could be doing so much more if they had just gotten a bit more gold to their names.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as you're talking about, the game impact of the Lina and the Bane, I don't actually think I've seen, we're 20 minutes in, I don't think I've actually seen a Fiend's Grip or a Laguna Blade yet. And I mean, they've both got them up. They're both level 8. Well, the Lina's level 8 at least. It goes for the stun on the Prophet TP there, but he wisely cancelled. So I mean, they really need to see if they can get these ultis off. I mean, they could kill this Clinks right here if they had more support, but it is 5 heroes from Radiant. Very dangerous TP coming in from the Weaver. He's confident enough that he'll be no problem there, just Shikuchi's away. But I imagine they will try to defend this. There's no reason to let this one go. They have got the advantage, and they're aware that this Pugna ward's on the high ground now doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, they don't have the PA, but of course she is rotating towards mid now. They might catch the Clinks here, but his Skeleton walks away. And Silence has to pop his ulti defensively. That's never what you want to do.
I'm not even sure it's going to save him. We'll see. Actually, it does end up saving him. The Laguna Blade does go out, picks off the Shadow Demon. Probably not the most ideal target, but hey, look, you got to kill. That's all you can really ask for at this point. Looks like the Bane is still chasing down the Silencer. Silencer's one click from dying. Weaver's probably going to try to get the... Oh, just dodges the Crypt Swarm from the Weaver. The Swarm, I should say. And yeah, that Beastmaster does go down to one final crit from the PA. So a bit of a disjointed fight, but there they managed to do well. The Dire pulls further ahead with that fight.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but as you can see by the big pool of blood right here, Furon looked fine on full HP, but then PA on a second hit on him got a 700 crit, and that was the end of his story.
Oh, no, I did not see that, but wow, 700 crit. I mean, the Battle Fury gives you an okay plus damage. 350% critical damage, that's so much. And she's been getting some pretty lucky crits so far, I gotta say. The RNG gods have really been in her favor so far.
Yeah, they really have, and that's the big thing about Coup de Grace. Even though it is a very low chance, the crit damage bonus you get from it, especially at level 3, Clink's taking some damage there, but does Skeleton walk away? It's the highest in the game, 450%. I mean, you were saying before, Juggernaut has got the crit as well, but his is only 275% critical damage bonus, where PA's is getting close to double that at level 3.
Yeah, and she's really not far off that level 3. She's 13.5 levels now, so I imagine we'll see them going for a Rosh relatively soon. I mean, the thing is, though, that they haven't really got the greatest team fight in the pit. I mean, when you've got heroes like Prophet, who can do ridiculous zoning in that small area with Sprout, as well as Silencer, as well as the Beastmaster Roar, which obviously knocks everyone back. You kind of don't really want to fight in the pit as Dire. I feel like Radiant has the advantage if they go, but eventually when this PA is fat enough, that's what they're going to want to do. Looks like they're making a smoke gank now down towards the mid lane. They're not going to find anyone here, but maybe if they go top for the Prophet, they'll get him there. Nope, they decide just to go into the jungle. Weaver leading the way. I imagine he'll be Sakuchiing in. They see the Silencer. They've got a ward that just expired. Clinks is down, still in neutraling, and this Silencer is going to die very quickly.
There's no silencing.
Yeah, there's no surprise there. They were roaming through the jungle. The Radiant team was split up. They were going to find a kill somewhere. And there's just two things I want to point out in the item situation on the Radiant side. Clinks is getting close to finish his Orchid here, which is really good for him. He will finally be able to start picking off squishies of the Dire a lot quicker. But also, the big thing, click on the Beastmaster. He is just confused right now as to what item he wants to build. He could have had an urn so early in this game. He looks like he's going for a Vlad's, but then he gets a Belt of Strength. If he had just focused on one item and completed it, he would be helping his team so much more right now. But he's hurting himself and his entire team by having this strange schizophrenia about what item he should get.
Yeah, that's right. I'm confused because he had those 2 gauntlets early on as well as the Sobi mask. I guess he obviously went and bought a Ring of Protection, decided to get the Basilius instead and just put those gauntlets in base. So it is certainly questionable, and now it looks like he's building Dreads? I mean, it looks that way. I'm not sure what else he's doing with a Belt of Strength.
Yeah, I'm just perplexed and confused right now by the Beastmaster's item choices. But we do see the Orchid.
He could be going
finished
Necrobook,
on
actually.
Clinks. He could be, but that's a long way off. He just doesn't have the farm to go for it. But Clinks is in the enemy jungle, got his Orchid up, searching for some kills, but really the PA is the only one alone, and he's nowhere near her at the moment.
See if this Clinks is maybe looking for the courier. I think that's actually what he was doing, but the courier is sitting down there. It's like they know the Clinks is there. Yeah, they know. They know the Clinks is waiting for this courier to come back. They're going to send it back anyway. Is Clinks going to have the patience? Is he going to have the patience to sit here? He's going to be greatly rewarded if he does, and he is. He sees it coming, and he'll throw on straight, and he'll get this. Boom. Beautiful play. That's really important. 300 gold for everyone, I believe.
See some pings coming out from the Weaver like, what happened? Huh?
Yeah, angry pings.
But while that was happening, Weaver had gotten himself a Hater, and he's actually got a gem on himself, and that's for the both the Clinks, but also there's a Shadow Blade on the Furion. He did catch him, but of course Furion just TP'd away with Weaver having no stun, so he wasn't able to secure the kill.
We see the Clinks ran past the PA there in the jungle, but decided not to go, doesn't want to... Oh, wow, steals the creep. Yeah, with... that's fantastic play there. Runs away. They're going to try to run up and dust.
Weaver might find him.
Oh, gem on Weaver, right. Okay, wow, this could be interesting.
I'm gonna be so happy.
He won't catch him.
This
He won't catch him.
aggressive all chat.
I know, the aggressive all chat and everything. Yeah, I don't think he's going to catch him. The Clinks is just so fast. Even with brown boots, he's so fast.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ping's coming out.
That's just one of the big benefits of Skeleton Walk. It gives you the invisibility, but also the bonus movement speed. Oh, he might get caught here.
Yes, he is. That PA Q is going to do a lot of damage. That's right, the Stifling Dagger.
Sorry, not Spectre.
Good TPs. I'm pretty sure they would have kept diving without those TPs. Oh, they're going to turn it around.
He's in trouble here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's completely gone.
I had hoped.
So I hope that Pugna's screaming at the Weaver, "Why did you make me go?"
But I'm really glad Beastmaster didn't use his Roar there. He did save it, realized that they could secure the kill without it, and hopefully he can make use of it in an engagement sometime soon.
Yeah, that's right, and he's level 11 now, so he's finally got that 3.5 second stun. That's a long time. Clinks can do a lot of damage in 3.5 seconds. And wonder whether he's going to open up on the PA or not. I'm sure he is really flirting with the idea, but I mean, he's 5 levels above. That's 3 points in crit as of right this second. He'd be very bold to open up. He really is flirting with the idea, though.
Come on, mate. Do it.
I just don't know if he's going to win
Do
the
it.
fight. If he has
Test
his
the RNG
teammates are
gods.
coming, he can do it. If he goes right now, perfect. Okay, he may end up dying here. You're just so tanky.
Oh, he didn't have strafe up.
Yeah, he didn't, eh? He took so much less damage than I was expecting him to there.
Okay. The Beastmaster has made up his mind somewhat and has an urn and tread. So you're right on the treads. But I just don't understand why he got this Rune of Regen and Rune of Basilius. He could have gone for the urn and tread so much earlier if he just omitted those two items.
Yeah, because, I mean, you don't buy a Vlad's, do you? You don't need another Ring of Regen to buy a Vlad's with the Ring of Basilius. Because, I mean, Vlad's isn't bad on Beastmaster. I mean, no one else in your team benefits from it, but it's not a terrible item. It's reasonably cost efficient for what it gives you. This Clink's keep running into danger.
Both those items do build into a Vlad's, and it does benefit the team as it gives them the damage bonus on the aura.
Oh, defensive
and,
raw.
Beastmaster having to use the raw defensively.
Yeah, bit of a shame there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They might still get caught.
Beastmaster, be careful,
Clinks
man. Oh
is
my
searching
gosh.
for a kill though.
Yeah. Beastmaster's going to die, I think. Oh, he does get sleep. Great sleep. Another ulti. No, it doesn't even need the ulti. So, is he going to Fiend script Bane? He does, just to make sure. Oh, the silence comes out from the Clinks. Pretty bold, but he did have his Windwalk available. Skeleton Walk gets out of there.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
he was
is under
waiting
attack.
for the Bane to ulti to silence him, but it was just too late. And the Dire get 2 free kills there. 3, actually.
So they keep going for the push. They'll probably end up getting this tower as well.
Radiant's top
Prophet
tower
really
is
needs to
under
try to be
attack.
pushing more while this is all going on. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
This Go ahead.
Prophet's got over
Radiant
400
structures
GPM
are
now,
fortified.
and he did have about 5k gold. He's just picked up an ultimate orb, so I presume they'll be going towards the sheep stick, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, you would
Radiant's
assume
top
so.
tower
I
has
mean, he
fallen.
farms so well. Scythe's so expensive, but I mean, if anyone on your team is going to buy it, it's going to be the Prophet. I feel like this Clinks is wasting too much time just sitting in invis, just trying to find an opening. I mean, Dire's already shown you they're playing defensively. It's really, I don't know whether you can hang around for this long without getting any farm. I mean, he's down on 89 last hits right now. Over 50 last hits below the Pugna. And that's a problem. He needs to really start trying to get some more farm, because Prophet won't be able to carry it all by himself. I mean, already the Clinks is under level 12 compared to the level 17 PA.
Yeah, that's definitely a
Oh,
good
gets the
point.
courier again!
Oh, he got another courier snipe. What a boss. But despite getting couriers, he really just needed to focus on farming more so in the early game. Obviously, the offensive tri lane from Dire hurt him quite a bit in CS, but he needed to be doing this at least 10 minutes earlier than he is. It's just too late now. The
Yeah, I
enemy team's
totally
too
agree.
strong for him to get those quick pickoffs, and he just needed the Orchid a lot faster than what he got it. And it's just too late now, so he just needs to farm, get stronger, and then try to help out in team fights, or hopefully get lucky and be able to pick off a support.
Yeah, look, I think you've nailed it there. Like, what he's doing in the last 5-10 minutes is what he should have been doing 20 minutes ago, or, 20 to 15 minutes ago. But just didn't have the farm then. He didn't have the Orchid. We saw him spending a long time in the jungle just trying to get the last hits for that Orchid up. And when he finally did get it, he hasn't really been able to do terribly much with it. I'm just trying to think if he's actually got any solo kills since he got the Orchid up. I'm not sure he has. He's 1-1-0.
Yeah, I think you're right there. It's not a bad score, but it's not a good one either, especially at 30 minutes in. Ooh,
And he just got
Clinks just
completely
gets
snapped.
destroyed there.
Yeah, snapped in half like a pencil right there.
And we see Pugna going for the Aghanims, which is a great item on him, just makes his ultimate so ridiculous that he just becomes a tank from it as well. Already having that tankiness from the mechanism, but also just a ridiculous range ulti that gives him so much life every tick.
And it gives it 0 cooldown with Aghanims too, I believe. Is that right?
I think you might be right there, yes.
Because the I suppose the other reason why that's so great is this silencer is, can just wait till the life drain happens. I suppose it's a bit of theory crafting, but, can use it after the life drain happens. But obviously, if there's no cooldown, just wait till it ends and use it right again. They really want to see if they can go on this Beastmaster. Weaver's not going to continue chasing it down.
Yeah,
Dire's
he just
bottom tower
helps for the
is under
farm.
attack.
But this is interesting. We haven't seen a big item come out from the Weaver yet. He does have the Lincolns, but it's not completed in his inventory yet. He went for the gem. He's got the treads, but this is quite late for first big item, especially when he was in a solo lane getting farm all to himself.
Yeah, I kind of get the feeling like there's been a lot of map movement and not many kills. I mean,
We're 32 minutes in, and for having only 19 kills, this is a relatively passive game as far as these Dota Is Hard in-houses go. And there has been a lot of roaming, but just not many kills. Most of these kills happened, you know, in the first, I want to say 20 minutes. In the last 10 minutes have been relatively quiet.
Yeah, what's up, man? You told me that these guys were really aggressive.
Yeah, I know. One of the more passive games I've seen for sure. But look, I mean, like there's not like there's anything wrong with that. Ulti does come out on the, was that on the Weaver? The Shadow Demon ulti? He ultied the Weaver, I think.
I didn't actually catch that, I'm sorry.
Oh, the Shadow Demon popped his ulti on someone, but yeah, unfortunately, a bit of a whiff. Wasn't able to follow up, and there are now 5 heroes of the Dire on mid, and Weaver's drawing a line to top, wants to see if he can pick off this Clinks before he takes the tower. Clinks doing a lot of damage though, I don't think they'll get there in time, but he does run. Doesn't have strafe up, so.
Wise move from the Clinks, gain out of there, realizing he was not long for this world if he stayed.
Yeah, that's right, in this ward doing a lot of work up here, and they assume that there's a ward there now. It's got 12 seconds left. Are they going to de-ward it with 12 seconds left? Pings from the Weaver. Weaver says, de-ward this, de-ward this. Got 5 seconds left. I'd love for it to pop underneath them so they can see it. And I'm pretty sure you see the poof, which we're just about to see. I'm pretty sure you see that regardless of whether you have vision of that location or not. So if they were watching, you would have noticed. Unfortunately,
yeah, I believe you're correct.
They're going to check now and see that it's not actually there.
See, this is just a small thing, but Bane has 2 wards in his stash at the moment. He sent the courier all the way over to this pinnacle, and then he just didn't bring the wards with the courier and didn't pick them up. It's just been inefficient with your time.
I think he was actually probably being told to buy a sentry there as well, as opposed to an observer. As it happens, it doesn't matter now because that ward's expired.
They had the gem on Weaver.
Oh, of course they did. Yeah, of course they did. And that was what they brought the courier over, just to get vision. So. Unfortunately, just expired too early.
Now we see an Aghanims finished on the Pugna as a Clink's illusion gets destroyed there. Oh, they do find the real one though.
Yep.
And also BKB and Basher on PA. So they're just so much stronger than they were in the previous fights. And I think it will be a lot more one-sided than it already has been.
I feel like this Bane should really be with his team right now. If they want to have someone defending it, it needs to be either Pugna or Weaver or PA. The Bane and the Lina should really not be off by themselves. I think they're just going to get picked off otherwise by the Clinks.
Yeah, that's right. What else have we got going on here? We've got a Javelin on Clinks. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's going to be an MKB.
Yeah, I would assume so.
He's going to go for a Basher. And it looks like an Orchid on Sansa. I don't like that pickup. You already have 1 Orchid on your team. And if going towards, for say, a Sheep Stick would be a lot better.
Yeah, they're really trying to silence this enemy team with the Silencer ulti and 2 Orchids. So the Pugna ward is not going to do terribly much there. Oh, the big roar does come out.
2 ultis used on Pugna.
Yeah, a bit of a shame. Looks like Pugna just doesn't get the pick up on the Beastmaster. Does go down to the Lina in the end. And we had the Beastmaster and the Shadow Demon drop there, and the Bane run around very low HP. So that actually worked out quite well for the Dire, even though that engage was very sloppy, I want to say.
It was extremely sloppy, but it was just awkward. I mean, you're engaging on Pugna here behind a tier 2 tower. They use 2 ultimates in quick succession and get nothing out of it. That was just poor communication and poor play from the Radiant.
Yeah, it really was. And like you said, they used that Beastmaster ultimate, but then I think he was disrupted just after that. Is that what I saw? Or? Yeah, that's not the first time. We saw a draw on bottom lane where the target was disrupted shortly after. So, like you said, just a little bit of unfortunate miscommunication. Dire will be able to get this middle tower without too much contention, I would say. And yeah, we're going to have the Beastmaster come back up, and Raw's only 15 seconds away, so Dire will have to back off now. And I wonder when they're going to go for this Roshan. It's got to be soon.
If you look at the GPM, Furion had beaten PA briefly before, and he now has a Sheepstick and a Deso on him, and he still has 1.8k gold. This Furion's getting scary.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, again, you know, we've only got 5 kills on the Radiant side. He has participated in 2 of them, so you know, he's getting some decent farm and has only died once. I'm pretty sure that'll be the least number of kills least number of deaths on the Radiant team so far. Yeah, it is. Only 1 death on the Prophet. And he's sitting up almost at 300 CS. So, yeah, you're right. We'll see if he can
said,
beat PA.
it's a testament to how inactive he's been. It's been really hurting his team, as he hasn't been TPing and ganking anywhere. He's just been focusing on the farm the entire time, and I really don't agree with that. I mean, Furion's so amazing for farm. You don't have to dedicate all your time to farming to get an awesome GPM.
And here we come with a smoke gank coming in mid. Being drawn lines by Weaver. They're going to run right into this Beastmaster. Let's see if Beastmaster can get the roar off. No, just standing there, not paying much attention. Beastmaster's not going to die to this, though. Roars, but the Lincoln Sphere blocks it. Big whiff there. The Beastmaster is going to go down after wasting his ulti on a Lincoln Sphere. A bit unfortunate he didn't check the inventory earlier, but while this is all happening, Clinks is pushing, going to take that bottom tower. The Shadow Demon does end up dying, though, but at least it's only the supports down so far. And this Pugna is going to come back to solo defend against those two heroes. I'm pretty sure if they want to go up that ramp and kill him, they could, but they decide not to for now.
I just love how Beastmaster was chilling here with his Hawk and his boar, and then it took him about a second to realize, oh, I'm being ganked. But
Yeah, I think he was probably watching another part of the map or something like that. I've done that. These smoke ganks, they don't appear till they're about 500, 600 units away, and all of a sudden they're in your face, and you die. Unfortunately, he roared the wrong one as well. Did roar the Lincoln Sphere, so I'm sure Weaver was laughing about that.
Yeah, hopefully he won't be doing that in future engagements. And this Clinks and Silencer really want to get this bot tower, but look at the green
they're pushing their luck, aren't they?
Flashing into Clinks.
Well, the dust does hit the Clinks, but he's going to be able to get away. Silence is just going to die. Yeah, that was they overstayed their welcome far too long there. I actually took my eyes off that.
Fully deserved that.
I totally didn't expect them to still be there, but they do end up going down. At least the Clink survives, but I mean, you know, Silencers can't die. He's a semi-carry. You can't have him dying. And, I mean, he wants this Orchid regardless, and he's not going to get it for a bit longer now.
It's a good thing that Furion's going top now, but his TP was off cooldown for a good 10 seconds there. He could have gone so much earlier. He's just not being as efficient as he could be in the split push, which is what his team really needs right now.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we'll see if he's able to get up to these Raxes before they're able to kill this bottom tier 2. I mean, the bottom tier 2 is on full health, so this is pretty good. This is looking good for Prophet's push right now. It looks like they'll have to TP back and defend before they're able to take this tower. I just really hope this Clinks doesn't get picked off before that happens. So obviously the Weaver does. Oh, actually the Weaver's on top lane, isn't he? So never mind.
We do see an Abyssal Blade coming out on PA now, which will just be helping her even more.
Oh god, that's
fight.
disgusting.
And her BKB, she's had it for quite a while now. It's still on a 10-second duration. She hasn't used it yet.
Yeah, 605. I mean, playing like an absolute boss is Ambient Sky, playing this PA perfectly, sitting at the top of the last hits. No, he's not. He's sitting 20 last hits behind Prophet. But I'd say, I mean, he's had a lot more game impact than the Prophet has had so far. Clinks opens up. They get another roar out in the Bane, but I'm not sure they're even going to kill him. Yeah, they will just kill him, but I wonder if the Clinks will pay him with his life. He doesn't. He gets out of there. The first BKB pop from PA. As you can see, the Shadow Demon Purge still going. Pugna ends up going down, and I wonder if this PA is going to get away. Looks like she'll actually be dying here. First death for the PA.
Oh, she gets a bash proc, but there's a Sprout. She's going to go down here. That's exactly what the Radiant needed, showing how scary the Furion is now. And that was just really sloppy to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, the Prophet joins the fight, and look what happens. They got 3 pretty easily there. I mean, the Clinks got a little low, but not too bad.
Yeah, and we see them pushing in now. You saw this there, Drums proc, disruption going up.
Oh, wow, such big plays coming out. They're going to get this Rax. Wow. I am so shocked that they're able to get this Rax.
It's the power of a Furion. He hasn't been ganked. Sure, he hasn't been involved, but he's been farming this entire time, and it's showing now.
And the DiH team has got to be very upset about that, because they were playing so well up into the last 3 minutes. Just those last 3 minutes shows you how quickly Dota can turn around.
Yeah, exactly, and Furion's name, "You Got Fucked," is kind of resonating right now.
Absolutely. Link's going to open up on the Ancients. I just heard all the abilities being procced. It looks like they're going to go for the Roshan here. Little risky, not too bad. They're going to be able to get it pretty quick with this Prophet. Jeez, look at that Prophet's right click.
Yeah, without the PA, they can't really contest this.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, that actually went down so much faster than I thought it would. Clinks, I guess the
Someone pick up the Aegis? Oh, there we go.
yeah, Clinks does pick it up. Good choice giving it to the
And
Clinks.
an AC bought on Nature's Prophet.
Wow. Very unconventional.
He is 1 slot left. And he has 4k gold as I say that. We might see that 6 slots filled quite soon.
Yeah, I wonder where he's going. He's going to the secret shop now. We'll see what he's picking up. DE.
Clinks 1.6k crit. Clinks, it dies from the second hit of PA.
Wow.
And that's a wasted Aegis.
The
Yeah,
sisters
wow.
of the
That's
veil
very
are
painful.
male.
But they've really got to be upset about that. Clinks is
A
looking
bit
so
too
good
greedy
for
there.
that.
And that gem on the Weaver really paying for itself so many times over.
Yeah, it has. He's had that for so long now. They just haven't killed him. He's only died once, and that was much earlier on in the game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but what I really don't like is Weaver. Sure, PA is the carry, doing well with the farm, but Weaver needs farm as well. He's sitting on a reasonably low 281 GPM at the moment. The Pugna and the Clinks are higher than him.
Yeah, look, that's actually very low, and he's only got 150 last hits, and we're 43 minutes into the game. I mean, admittedly, he has been ganking a little bit, especially earlier on in the game. He was really doing a lot of movement towards the bottom lane with hastes. Was able to get a few kills, but as you said, just hasn't had the farm. PA's really been trying to carry as well as she can here. They do get that tower relatively easily, but they're going to have to TP back top to defend against this Prophet push.
Yeah, they might opt for the base race. Do see TPs on.
I honestly think that favors
many
the
of
Prophet.
Dire heroes.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Because, I mean, they can fight 4v5. That's not too bad.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Really depends.
Wow, way too late TPs. They decide to do it when the melee
wow.
Rax is already practically
Oh, that's
dead.
such a shame. The Rax is going to go down. They're not even going to be able to kill these. He does decrepify one of them.
50, 30. Oh, that's
The
such
decrepify
vibes
is one of the
30,
creeps.
40 health.
Yeah, that was a big play.
That was quite
Whoa.
funny. How often do you see that?
Oh, the PA did die.
Gets picked up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wow.
Radiant's bottom tower
Didn't expect
is
that.
under
What an
attack.
incredible turnaround from Radiant. What resilience they've shown.
Yeah, how many times can you say that a team is 9 kills down, but they're winning?
Yeah, honestly, eh? Let's have a look at these graphs. Wow, massive spike recently. It was down to 12,000 XP and back up to 4,000. So that's very negligible now. They've been behind in gold since 3 minutes into the game. Only in the last 5 minutes has Radiant pulled ahead in the gold. Finally. This Prophet finally paying for itself. They're showing that this pick was good. This Prophet is going to do what he should be doing. And, you know, did a fantastic job weakening the towers, and eventually they managed to get a Rax out of it. Yep, that Pugna is short for this world.
Hitting so hard now that he's finished that MKB. Pugna had no chance.
Absolutely. And the other thing about that MKB is you can even do stuff like sit in this mid lane and attack from the low ground. Pugna buys back, so it looks like they really do want to defend this this mid tower as well as the top racks. But I mean, we got Beastmaster Roar up? Yes, we do. So he's actually on the bottom lane right now. So wow, what
I wish this was like. I wish this was the international right now, and all of the Radiant team were on Skype or something, and we could listen in the early game where they're going, "But Furon, what are you doing? You're not doing anything." Now Furon's just like, guys,
I got this. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And wow, Beastmaster very bold, walks up the high ground and bottom. He's going to die for this. Yeah, I really wasn't so sure about that. Far too bold. Does finally get a crit.
Beastmaster gets owned.
Yeah, gets smashed there. Really should not have gone to the high ground. They're going to have to abort this push.
The melee racks.
Oh, they did too. Was that from creeps or from the Nature's Prophet treants, perhaps?
I think that was just from the Clinks and the Nature's Prophet and the Silencer just hitting it the few times that they could, sending in the creeps, and they didn't manage to get it down.
Looks like the Silencer going for his own Scythe of Vice now to complement the Prophets. Yeah, this Prophet is just so scary. He ended up getting an MKB as that final slot, and he's got enough for buyback still. So Nature's Prophet with a PROFIT, that's how he's played, and he's showing how well to play that role right now. Doing really good work. He's going to go on this PA, that is bold. Is going to drive her back. I really wonder whether the PA could have popped the BKB, popped the Abyssal. Actually, the Abyssal's cooling down, so that may be why.
Yeah, it's hard to say, especially with the... Oh wait, sorry. I was going to say with the PA blur evasion, but MKB on Furon, it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Of course that's why he got an MKB. Because I mean, usually you go Daedalus on Prophet if you've got a Dezo. But I mean, MKB
yeah,
just for the
but wise
PA.
pickups there from Furon and the Clinks gaining MKB himself.
Very bold from the Clinks here. Just doesn't give a shit.
Clinks gets
Yeah.
ulti.
Yeah, he deserves this death. He was being way too bold there.
Yeah, a bit foolhardy. And I just got to go back to it. If you look at the gold per minute and the XP per minute, the bottom two for both of them are the Lena and the Bane. The tri-lane. Sure, it kept the Clinks down, but it's Clinks. He's going to get his farm. Unless you just keep on his dick the entire game. So it's really hurting the Dire team at the moment, just having the Lena and the Bane, who, as you've said, their game impact has been pretty negligible.
Yep, absolutely. The one thing I will say for them is the Lena has only died once. And playing Lena in a 48-minute game and dying once, that's pretty good, regardless of how badly you've been, and how badly your lane got shut down early on. Only died once, the Bane's only died 3 times, so they're really restricting the deaths as much as they can. And, as you said, the Clinks and the PA, the Pugna and the PA having a good early game and good mid game, and of course the Pugna got a solo first blood, and it was all uphill from there. All downhill from there, I should say.
They needed to just smoke up more. By the smokes, they started utilizing them in the mid game, but needed them from the early game and getting kills on the Prophet.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a smoke in a while either.
Oh, PA just gets destroyed there by the Beastmaster and Furion.
That may be the start of the end for Dire, I gotta say. The PA has died just a few too many times now.
I think another big part of it is Bane. He's been building this Aghanims since like the 20-minute mark, and he's only now got it finished. The crew is bringing in the last component to him now. The Lena gainer 4 stuff and drums, I like that a lot more, actually helping out our team. But the Bane only now getting an Aghanim, and the game's pretty much already over. Oh my goodness.
The Lena gets 3 shots. How many shots?
Oh, no, go for the kill. Come on,
poor
mate.
Lena.
Got some balls.
Dire's Curry got killed there again as well, apparently.
Eyes.
Please tell me Bane got the Aghanims. Oh, at least he got the Aghanims.
He did.
Beastmaster.
Starts drawing a smiley face on the minimap.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, 1600 crits coming out. That Beastmaster just evaporated.
Why is Beastmaster here? Alone? Why?
Beastmaster alone on the bottom lane
So bold
again.
from this Radiant team.
Yeah, far too bold. That PA is doing scary amounts of crit.
Zim now has an MKB of his own. I think this is the most MKBs I've seen in a game for a long time.
Oh, they know where he is because of the bug, and they're going to actually get this Prophet, I think. Oh, wow, great Sprout there. He needs to get a little bit further away. I don't know how he got in range for those hits for a second there, and then somehow wasn't. Yeah, I bet he's pleased about that. That was very close.
I think that was just a Germinate attack that was registering from before that only sends out once the first one hits.
Oh, yeah, you must be right. Yeah, absolutely. And in the meantime, Clink's just opening up, going to get this Rax. Oh, they actually use the fort, so makes them pop the fort, and they obviously all have to TP back. And drop down the sentry ward there. Ooh, Prophet TPing in, decides against it. Really wanted to get that Weaver there for a moment. They really need to get back, defend this Shadow Demon.
See a PA.
Yep, good disruption. Does get the, obviously the Purge does go through the BKB. It gets 1 crit, gets another crit. Ooh, only 1 crit there. Got to be upset about that. Didn't actually use the didn't use the scythe, so he got very lucky there. Been upset if I was that Prophet.
Code of honor. I won't turn you into a pig. We will man mode this.
Then don't crit me.
Ignore my few teammates helping me.
Absolutely.
Oh, now we get the all chat banter coming out.
Its middle tower is under attack.
I can't believe
it's just a testament to
Go
the
ahead.
power of a late game for Euron.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the Beastmaster's has been feeding a little bit in the last few minutes, but got some really important primal roars off earlier in the game, which help them survive just long enough for this Prophet to come into relevance. That's the one. Become relevant. So he's at that point now. He's got 6 slots. Big Silence comes out. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up the Weaver very quickly. Not even able to use his Shikuchi there. They get the Scythe out on Pugna. Pugna's not even able to drop his ward yet. Finally goes down. The Luna's going to die, but does pick up the Silencer with the Laguna Blade. Gem on the ground, and the Bane putting that Aghanims to good use. Does manage to pick off the Prophet just with his ulti, so that he died for that reason. Buys back, uses the ulti, does pick off the Bane, so a bit of a return kill there.
That single auto attack just killing Melina while in her own fountain.
Yep, and they do end up getting the top rack. So that's some Megas, and that is an amazing win from the Radiant side. What a game this has been.
Yeah, that was such a turnaround. They're even still behind in kills, but it doesn't even matter.
Yep,
Picking
substantially.
up some more.
They're only
And
just ahead.
You
of
really
XP.
called it. You said that if the Radiant want to get to late game, and they did, and it really paid off for them.
Radiant
Yeah, wow. That was quite a game. 51 minutes. Very passive game from both sides, but very well played by the Radiant.
Yeah, definitely. But I think you were right. You know, Beastmaster's Raw, relativity is right. You know, normally the game's in the third dimension, but when he roars, the fourth dimension comes into play.
That's right. All right, well, great game, guys. Thanks very much for helping me cast Andax. My name is Juicy, and we'll see you on the next Dota Is Hard cast.